Hello, train guys and gals. Gus here. Welcome to my train room. I want to start by saying that I think my layout is a little unique because it's made up of modules that travel to train shows. I'm a member of the Wasatch N-Scale Train Club located here in Salt Lake. So I dismantle my train layout and take the pieces to the train shows. With no place to store them, I designed my train room to hold the modules, so when not at a train show, they reside here on each of the walls. I have a river module, a mine module, and an end loop module. The corner module was just made recently and I'm working on the scenery. But because of the dynamics of this room, I have a change in elevation. The river module is almost 6 inches lower than that of the mine module. I have known that I would have to build a Helix, and so here it is. This was not going to be a big heavy-duty Helix, as I was only covering 6 inches in height. Threaded rod is an excellent way to build a Helix, but I was going for an inexpensive alternative. 1 sheet of masonite, 1 bottle of wood glue, 1 tube of caulking. I used 1/2-inch plywood for the base and cut an access hole in the center for the whoops moments, as the top will be covered with scenery. As you can see, it's not a large area, but I think it should work out. The curves may be a little bit tight, but again, I think it'll work. Before diving too far into this, I did do the calculation to see if it was feasible. I figured that it would be tight but doable. I used a piece of cardboard to create a stencil for the shape of the Helix using the greatest amount of space. I knew with a few measurements and calculations that I'd have 22 scale feet between levels, but that included road base, cork, and track, which took away almost 5 feet. Now it's tight. You'll see that near the top I eliminated cork, giving me back a foot, and I had to go above the butt plate between the modules. Doing that, I gained back another 6 feet. So the elevation of 5 3/4 inches in the space I had was kind of tight, but it worked. I cut and sanded pieces to make the first grade, and then cut a large number of masonite pieces at 22 scale feet tall. I used the level as a straight edge to make sure the grade was consistent, making sure that no dips or bumps were being created. The cork was placed on each level before it was put in place on the Helix. Less wear and tear in the construction zone, I figured. White caulking was used to fix the track in place on each level before the next level came on. The third followed the second in the same manner: glue, place, weight it down, and allow to dry. Before the Helix was moved into place, trains were run forward and back, fast and slow, to see if there were any trouble spots. But other than some extra caulking that needed to be cleaned away, the test runs went well. Our train club runs a point-to-point manner instead of going round and round. So always the inside track goes to the left and the front track goes to the right. And so they're running in that direction now. I made sure the code 55 flex track was flat and straight before soldering the joints. After the track was cleaned, I had practically no problems running trains. So in the corner, the Helix goes, and bring on the other modules. There were only a few alignment modifications to the original plan during the installation process. The modules in this Helix are bound together using C-clamps, so everything is nice and snug. One of my worries were the longer passenger cars that I have. I knew it was going to be close. Even with the tight curves, there were no derailments, and so I love it. This Helix was fun to make. The scenery over the top will be a fun project as well. Try and match the mountains on the left with the mining on the right. I plan on putting a water project, a waterfall is planned to meet up with the water on the river module in the lower portion of the screen there. Can't wait for that as well. The next piece after that will be the lift up bridge behind the camera that goes across the doorway. When I get that bridge done, then I'll have full room running. Again, I can't wait. Thanks for watching, everybody. I appreciate you dropping by. I know this wasn't so much a tutorial as just a how I did it, but I hope it made sense. I hope if you have any questions, you'll leave me a comment. Give me a like if you think it was worth your time. But thanks for watching, everybody. Take care.